Battlefield of Eternity, Playday number 3 for Finland. Finland going up against France today. So guys, welcome back to the Nations Cup. We're in the top 8 in Europe. We made it successfully through the top 16. We whittled it down to 8 teams. And here we are. France, one of the favorites, going up against Finland now. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be super interesting now. So again, the Finnish team in blue here right now against the French. The French, by the way, lost to Sweden just the other day. So that was our first clash between the 3 favorites here in the Nations Cup. And while the French team took an early lead, they also lost it then later on, and Sweden came out victorious. Now, all of this, the whole round robin with the top 8 teams, obviously culminates in the offline event in Berlin. So we're going to Berlin on the 10th and the 11th of June, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be really great. We are at the Experian in Berlin at the Alexanderplatz, super central location. So if there's anybody that wants to maybe visit Berlin for a weekend and enjoy some Heroes of the Storm, you're more than welcome. There's no entrance fee, there's no tickets, you can simply rock up and enjoy the event there. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Really looking forward to it. Players are gonna be there, casts are gonna be there, of course, as well. And tons of Heroes of the Storm fans in Twitch and YouTube have already said that they are going to come too. Some already booked their flights, their trains, their Airbnbs, hotels, whatever it is. It's gonna be absolutely awesome, and I cannot wait. It's gonna be cool. So what we have for now is game number 1, obviously, in our best of 5 here at hand. And Sylvanas and Lucio get banned quickly by the French. Finland, obviously coming in a bit late into this. They are replacing Denmark, who couldn't field an entire team for all of the playdays and then just decided that they would drop out of the tournament. But with that, we have Genji banned. The French, obviously, in this particular instance, they gotta win this. If you're France and you just lost to Sweden, that's a loss that's okay to deal with. You lost against one of the other top 3 teams, fair enough. You still, of course, want to try and make it into the number 1 or number 2 spot in the ranking so that you have an easier time with the seeding in Berlin. Keep in mind that we have 6 teams in Berlin, 4 European teams, 1 team from North America and 1 team from Asia. So, as it stands here, we still have our top 3 going strong, but if you're France and now you lost to Sweden and all of a sudden you're going up against an underdog that might just take a couple of maps off you or maybe take the series, yeah, then it's going to be more than a little bit tricky and you might actually even drop out of the top 3 or 4. So you gotta be careful. They are still the favorites, but teams have slipped up in the past. We've seen great upsets. And it's one of those things that the red team now has to make sure that they are not going to have the problem. Anduin played by Banana, we got Urel, we got Hanzo. Battlefield of Eternity is our first map. Hanzo with the damage already looking quite strong there. We have on the left Blaze and Bright being prioritized by the Finnish team. But of course we still need to check out what kind of damage dealer they're going for. Vala would be up for an arrow build. They also played Vala with an auto-attack build just the other day. MXD on the second play, they used that against the Netherlands with great success for them. But back then they also played it with Zarya, so we'll see if they're looking for a similar draft. Kinda doubt it a little bit, but could happen. Time will tell. You still could go for Lunara, Jimmy. Again, Greymane. There's tons of damage delay against the Immortal that you could still go for. But Chromie gets first and foremost banned by France. They're already getting rid of that. And that leaves us with a double pick for the Finns. Finnish team over here. Let's go. Yeah, this is going to tell us a lot. I would expect at least one of the damage dealers already to be taken. Again, they could run this with 1. Diablo. Yeah, Diablo Blaze. And Li Ming, okay. So MXD this time with Li Ming. They're going down the mage path on this one. Trying to blow Hanzo out of the waters, for example. That leaves us with Finland, with France. With the final 2 picks, Masquerade again on the front line. Main tank for them. Garrosh was banned out early against him, but there's still plenty up. You could go into Muradin, for example. Can still play this out easily also if they want to be more aggressive. Well, there's Muradin. Okay, that shuts that down. And here's Tychus. So we got Tychus and Hanzo for the damage, Muradin for the Storm Bolts. Pick frontline, final pick for Vexu as we're heading here into Battlefield of Eternity. And let's see what the team is gonna pull off. What can Finland do against France? What can they do against a big favorite like the French team? It's a best of 5 once again. Battlefield of Eternity is our first map in the series. And, well, we're gonna find out together now who's gonna take the lead here. The last and final pick, Thrall, as we're headed for map number 1, France against Finland. First game in the best of 5, and on the left it's Volker on Thrall, Surrey on Diablo, Patsku on Blaze, MXD with Liming, and Vexu on Brightwing. On the right side of the map, the French team with Masquerade on Muradin. We got Dequaza on Urel, Banana H on Anduin, the Panda Colada with Tychus, and Yasuo, last but not least, with Hanzo. Trying, of course, to burn that Immortal down as quickly as he possibly can. But that sets the stage for the French team. Their goal, of course, to lock in 3 easy wins and get those points. Also work on the map score. We have Thrall in the 4-man rotation now, which allows him to go into Trash Lightning, as you can see here. So, yeah, gonna see if he can stack that properly and get the damage ramped up as the game continues. It would be quite the play if Finland was able to get a victory here. Even a few map wins for them are super important. So always assuming, like, let's just pretend for a second we're not seeing any upsets whatsoever. If we don't see any upsets at all in the entire top 8, then it would mean that we have at the top of the ranking Germany, Sweden and France. But that leaves us with 1 additional slot for 1 country that will be represented in Berlin. And so fighting for that 4th spot not only necessitates that you are doing a great job in regards to winning matches, but you also want to boost your map score as much as you can. So any map that you can take from one of the top contenders is a huge win for you. So something to keep in mind here. For Finland, it's not only big if they win this entire series, but it would also be huge already if they are able to lock, for example, 2 map wins in. And for the French, that would be a problem. They need to work on their map score as well. Currently, 6 stacks for Thrall. It's actually pretty good. Thrall is off to a good start. Right from the get-go, he is already getting good stacking in on his level 1 quest in the 4-man here. And if he can keep that up, not only here in the early game now, but then also during... Jesus, like he might actually get a super fast completion. Just imagine for a second if he's able to continue with this pace for a little bit longer and then boost it more during the first fight for the Immortal. That would be massive. Absolutely massive. He is at 9 stacks with 2 minutes in. Every single hit and he's able to get some work done here. There's number 10. He's done with 1/3 of the quest already. We're just 2 minutes into the game. Thrall is gonna do work if he continues with this. Damn, he's at 6,000 damage already. Top damage for the team. Easily. Gets another hit in. Yeah, France needs to be a little bit careful. You really don't want to feed the green boy. But now they're coming in with a kill for themselves, so yeah, job well done here. And they're realizing that one easy way to stop Thrall from getting too many stacks is simply by killing him. So alright, this is looking a bit more like it. But that doesn't change the fact that Thrall has very nice early game stacking. Level 4 abilities are in, that gives us Triumvirate. We have also the bigger they are, to burn down Diablo a little bit quicker. The Hand of Freedom with a Sledgehammer on level 4. For Muradin, and yeah, things are looking very, very good currently for the French, simply because they have a leading experience that very likely is going to translate into a level 7 advantage first. So first Immortal is looking alright for them. But then again, they gave up some points on this. Ooh, Muradin missing the Stormbolt. Masquerade. Yeah, it was a bit of a grief on that one. Banana H is also in trouble and has to retreat, which allows the Finnish team again to dish out more Immortal damage, and they're going to win that halftime show. That's an easy halftime show victory for them right here. And Thrall is getting additional stacks together. He is halfway done with 3 minutes and 30 back in this game, and Thrall is done with half of his quest. That is kind of crazy, I gotta say. So, yeah, we'll see what they can do. Hanzo is doing his best to just shoot out on the right side with the serrated arrows and try and burn this one down. He's definitely the best damage dealer in the game against the Immortal, and he's showcasing this again. Missing in the fight though, and the fight is still continuing. This is a 5 versus 4 here. So can they get a kill at least? Because it doesn't seem like they're going to win the Immortal. They're trying to focus on it right now. Hanzo, can Hanzo do it? Oh, it's going to be so close, and Hanzo takes it. Nice. Yeah, Hanzo is able to claim it for... No! Wait! No, he didn't! He didn't! My bad! Hanzo did not take it! I just saw the last combo, the last arrow set, and he YOLO'd out, and I thought he was the one who completed it. He didn't. They lost the Immortal. The French lost the Immortal, and now they actually might lose Urel too. She's barely able to get away here. What? Finland! What the hell? 18 stacks for Thrall. They win the Immortal, and of course that bad boy isn't going to survive much longer. At the bot lane already defeated, but it means that they open these walls up a little bit. Up at the top, they destroy the towers and the gate. They are allowing Thrall maybe to even stack further, and that's exactly what he does. He's sitting at 19 now. This is a decent start for Finland. I mean, again, they didn't do a whole lot of damage here, but some structural damage was done. The top wall has been destroyed. They're on level 7, slightly behind experience. They haven't gotten a kill yet. But this is better than I expected. This is much better than I expected from them. Not bad. Not bad at all. I like what they're doing here. Now, can they build on that? That's the question. Yeah, Blaze just stuns out Tychus, trying to slow him down a little bit. At the top, they're still pushing, and they're trying to go for the Space Goat again. Quasar, is he gonna get away? Yeah, of course, it's the Space Goat, it's Urel. Of course, she's not gonna fall. Yeah, so Urel is able to make her way out of the fight for the second time. Pretty much no HP. Battle here continues. Thrall holding back his chain lightnings a little bit. And Folke is doing an absolutely amazing job on this. 20 stacks for him already. His damage output should actually mirror that. And yes, it does. 18,000 damage for him right now. Of course, the damage output of Trash Lightning is going to increase, I mean, by a lot once that you're done with the quest. Simply because of the prioritization. You can just siege up on your opponent time and time again, attack whatever is in range, and then the bounces will hit the heroes, and you're guaranteed to slowly whittle them down there. That's something that's going to be very uncomfortable for the French team if it gets to that. The big asset for the red team is their lead in experience. Since they are still ahead in XP, they are now in a situation where an early level 10 might just help them to grab an Immortal, because they barely lost the first one, which I still can't believe, by the way. I really thought Hanzo had it. But right now, the pressure is there. Hanzo burns it down super quickly now at the top though, and the rest of the team helped them out, so they're starting to race this a little bit. Down here, Urel is going to defend the gates. It's probably going to be able to pull this off properly. But it's on. It's definitely on. And France is realizing that they need to also take this serious. I can tell you that much. Level 10 usually changes the dynamic a little bit, and a top team like the French are usually benefiting quite a lot from it. But good combo here on Muradin, so straight into Li Ming's ability combo, and that dropped him very, very low. But the Immortal is now easily taken by the red team, no problem for them. They had the added advantage of level 10 abilities, and now that we have heroics on both sides, maybe an engage. Nice play with the Apocalypse, but Banana H is ready for it and saves the day for the team. Thrall still stacking like a boss, but here comes the stun. Thrall, a little bit low, turns it around again. 24 stacks for him. Diablo is down. Third kill for the French, and Brightwing is not gonna survive this onslaught either. They're trying to come through with even more damage. Can't quite make it happen. Thrall needs to be careful that he doesn't get attacked here. Yeah, gets at least one hit through. Can they take Urel down? Nope, because the ult is still up. Urel is back to business. Yep. Oh, he got so close. Super close to taking the Space Goat down, but the Quasar is having none of it. They are attacking the bot lane as the Immortal takes the top 4 down together with the minion wave. Job well done by the French. 5 kills to 0. Thrall at 24 stacks. I gotta admit that it's in a lot of these fights super cool to see Finland push France to the limit, and a lot of the heroes were insanely close, but you can really tell that France or the French players are absolutely able to play with this small of an error margin and are playing it really well. Easy execution here. They go for Li Ming, they take her down, nicely coordinated, locking another kill in. 25 stacks by now for Thrall, but the question is just simply, is that going to be enough for them, even if he completes it? They still don't have a single kill and they are about to lose their second fort. Arrow connects, but it's a bit late. Nice stack still from Thrall as he comes in again and tries to get a few more. So Volke is looking quite good here. 27, nearly done. Is doing a fantastic job on this. Yeah, missing out on one as the bounce targets the wrong. Ooh, Diablo dead. Can they save place? Oh, nice Stormbolt. 28 stacks. Does he get another one? They're trying to follow up on Tychus. I don't think they're going to get a kill here. But Thrall comes in close and is able to hit the 29. He's nearly done. He is nearly done at this point. It's impressive. It's really impressive. We're 10 minutes in and he completes it. 10 minutes, 11 seconds. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. I mean, good for him. 35,000 damage already. Easily top damage on the team. Now they just have to get some kills. And that's, of course, where things are starting to become a bit more difficult. But as long as Thrall keeps himself a little bit more in the background and doesn't YOLO too hard at the front and just keeps those hits up, he can really start to slowly whittle the hit point pool down. So this is an interesting dynamic that we're now having in front of us. Thrall has the potential to slowly and steadily just take the hit point pool down. Just burn it away, one combo at a time. And they've only lost one fort so far. Only one has fallen. So we're gonna get value from Thrall for sure. The question is simply, is that gonna be enough for them to get kills and win the game? And that's a big question mark. I mean, you're going up against the French team. These guys are total beasts for a reason. So once again, another hit. Masquerade keeps himself far away from the rest of the team. Does a really good job limiting the value that Thrall gets out of these situations now. Love the check on the bush here too. Nicely done. Yeah, holds it back for a moment. Okay, could still turn it. Has to also, of course, be a little bit careful that he doesn't run out of mana. They're really splitting now. They really want to make sure that Thrall is not going to get too much in this situation. Yeah, but even outside of that, once they were talking about a potential siege up at any structures, he can use that to his advantage. Blaze moving towards the side, trying to save the camp. Save the wall from the camp. Urel done the same at the bottom of the map, so both of the teams are splitting one of them away. Another hit, connecting, alright. Good connects from him, nicely done. 7 kills to 0. No kill yet for the Finnish team. Blaze is on his way back to business. Diablo with the wall stun. Nice against Urel. They're trying to follow up on it, but also Dibbles is again in trouble as Thrall has to resort to his Earthquake. Goes for the ult. Panda Colada saved by Anduin once again. More damage, more party, and Halo Masquerade. Yeah, he's a little bit alone over here. Can still hop out and does, but what about Blaze? Blaze might be in trouble. They're trying to save him. Here comes the light bomb. A follow-up from Hanzo's arrow, and Yasuo is able to help the Quasar get the kill. That's 2 heroes down once again. They're chasing Diablo. They want to make it double digits. And this is 10 kills for the French team. Big plays by them. Absolutely. Big plays by the team in red. Thrall is at 47,000. Again, he is beasting it for the team. I gotta give Volke all the credit here for stacking this so quickly. The fact is just simply, it's not enough. They're trying to soften the targets up as best as they can, but the lead-in experience is being extended by the French with every single fight that happens. This is a huge shield on the Immortal now, as the French are gonna try to take the first keep of the game out. So big plays being made here by the favorites. 16 is now on the board. They have a 2-level advantage. And as much as I like a lot of the plays that Finland is trying to make here, you can clearly tell that there's a bit of a difference in skill between the two teams. So All hail to Finland, but the French, they are not showing any mercy. They're not showing really any weakness that can be exploited here. Thrall can obviously soften them up a little bit, as we already said before. The arrow and the light bomb engage. I love this attack. I love it. Arrow and then Muradin with a light bomb jump. They gambled a bit, now they gotta retreat. They can't keep this up for long, but still, that was very well done. And it could have been disastrous for Finland if it hits. If that arrow connects and Muradin follows up on it, they might have even lost the game here. But instead, cooldowns have been used and didn't get value. They still hope for the keep, but this changes things. Especially since, of course, in a defensive or an aggressive position outside of the Immortal fight itself, it's much easier for Thrall to also start attacking the opponents. Oh, Liming nearly got Hanzo over here. Because he can just simply attack with his Trash Lightning some of the minions around it. Apocalypse is in, Diablo's nearly down, they're still trying to get some value and some hits in, but it seems like this keep is gonna fall regardless. Panda Colada has activated Odin, so he just needs to start and shoot this out from a distance. This is exactly what we're seeing. Another attempt to make a play with a light bomb. They got the Stormbolt, and then Blaze gets Hanzoed. There's the kill, number 11. They're hoping for more, they're getting more, and now the biggest source of damage on the Finnish side is gone. Thrall is dead. 61,000 damage, but finally, first blood for Finland! Nice! Congratulations! They get the kill on Masquerade. The Frenchie is gone. One baguette eliminated. Good interrupt here on Liming, and Diablo is gonna die as a result. And that might just be the nail in the coffin. With Diablo gone, well, he's back. He's still at his soul, so that's good news, I guess. I'm not sure if France can really save the day just yet. I don't think they can win this yet. It's too early. Actually, it isn't. It's 15 minutes in, but still, they don't have it. Muradin isn't here. They are fighting. They are doing their best, but they cannot win the game just yet, I'd say. So, yeah, we have Thrall coming in from behind with an Earthquake, by the way, and using it on Panda Colada, who shows no mercy and seems to turn the fight around against him. But then Anduin is dead, and without the support and without the pulse from Anduin, this is a very different story. Hanzo for sure is gone. Liming comes through with another Calamity, and now they're hoping to set this up against Tychus. But Liming gets caught as Muradin is back. A quick engage happening over here. Urel with the ult, they're turning it on Diablo too. Thrall still with damage output beyond anything that his teammates can match. 67,000 for him. They try for Muradin and they take him. Masquerade is dead, but one keep is gone and the second one has already taken damage. It's a bit of a wild game right now towards the end. 4 kills in total for Finland. And we have level 14, sorry, not level 14, level 18, nearly 19 with 14 kills for the French. So up at the top, he is currently trying to defend this as best as he can, whereas over on the right side of the map, another camp is claimed. It's all about the immortal damage though, and Finland is trying to win the halftime show. They had more numbers, more heroes on the board, so yeah, with now Muradin coming back in 15 seconds, France is going to be much more willing to engage into a fight, but at this point, of course, they're just trying to buy some time so that they have their frontline tank with them again. And this camp at the top is also going to be a little bit of a problem. Anduin just used... Banana H just fat-fingered his light bomb. Yeah, he even got pinged for it, so Banana H actually using Light Bomb, apparently fat-fingering that a little bit, and accidentally hitting the R button. That's bad news for them. That's a big tool in the arsenal that they would like to use here. So this could have consequences for the fight that we're about to see. But also, you still have the top lane pushed out by the camp, and as I mentioned before, the keep has already taken damage there, meaning that they have lost their wall. It's also level 19.5 nearly for France, so they're looking at Storm Talents. And guys, if nobody comes in here, this is likely going to be the end of the keep. Especially if there's a catapult at some point pushing through too. Again, Anduin with a save. It's honestly insane. Arrow connects with Brightwing. Grenade follows. Yeah, they try to attack. They try to win the Immortal at least. The problem is that they might lose too many heroes to make it worth their while. Half a level until 20 and the battle is on as the French are starting to chase. Bigger they are, and Thrall is dead. Thrall is down. They got the kill. The Immortal is taken by the Finns. but they are losing the keep at the top, as you can see, and they might just lose the core if another hero falls. And Li Ming gets attacked, and there's just no way that she makes it out. So that's 2 heroes down, all of the keeps gone, and there's catapults amassing on the core itself. Brightwing gets stunned, double stun. This should be game. This honestly should be it. I don't think that France is going to give Finland another opportunity to come back into this. The shield is already gone. The catapults are just wrecking that core. 19 minutes in, tons of damage done here. And this is all she wrote. We got level 20 talents for France. The bubble hearth is in. And that's the lead for the French team as they take victory on Battlefield of Eternity. GG. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Game number 2, second map of the best of 5 series is Infernal Shrines. The French are in the lead. So, let's go. I had a bit of a weird day, by the way. I talked about this on Twitch a bit earlier, but I got stung by a bee on the head. I was cycling today, was again on another bike ride, minding my own business, enjoying the weather in Spain and the day, and all of a sudden a stupid bee flew straight into my helmet and stung me on the head. Not really a pleasant experience, let me tell you that. So yeah, that was slightly annoying. Thankfully, honestly, I think I lucked out because yes, on the head it probably hurts a little bit more than if you get stung anywhere else. I'm thankfully not allergic. But at the same time, there's not really a whole lot of blood that is flowing like up there. So the swelling went down pretty quickly, so that was good. But I couldn't believe it. I was just like, how can you just like fly so stupidly through the air that you not only bump into me, but you actually fly into my helmet, get stuck in the helmet, and then panic and sting me on the head. Bad bee. Bad bee. Yeah, either way. Then again, it was still a good day. Still a pretty nice day. Weather currently is absolutely perfect here in Spain. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's just nice. It's probably payback, as people suggested, for all of the fruit fly jokes. Even though I highly doubt that Respectable Bee would ally itself with the fruit fly. Because we all know the fruit fly just doesn't count. So, yeah. But okay, we got Lucio banned and we got Jojo banned. Now keep in mind that obviously the 10 heroes that were played in the first game cannot be played again. This is one of the rules of the tournament. If you play a hero, he cannot be played again in the same series. So that's just a thing that's universal throughout all of this. So yeah. But okay, we got Patsuko with the Haka as the opening gambit here. And what are the French going for now? I mean, with Infernal Shrines, Leoric is still up. There's actually a lot of heroes that are still totally fantastic that are available here still. And, well, Junkrat has been banned, but we have potentially Leo. Jaina and Deathwing are starting us off here. Alright, fair enough. Jaina and Deathwing are in the house. It was Germany that played the Deathwing main tank a couple of times. It felt more like Nick was forced to play tank. And then he just said, okay, if I'm forced to play tank, I'm going to play Deathwing. But it worked for the Germans, so I assume that Quasar is going to be the one to play Deathwing. But it wouldn't really shock me too much if at some point they decided to just simply swap it over and change things up a little bit. Now, Anubarak and Mephisto both got taken, so we have with Mephisto, of course, another mage that can dish out enormous amounts of damage here. Greymane, he gets eliminated, no bullet against Deathwing. We already have a side laner for them. Leo could now be banned by Finland. I doubt that they're going to do this. They're actually banning out Zeratul. Hero we have seen only, I believe, once in the top 8 so far. But, yeah. Always assuming that Quasar really plays Deathwing, we're not going to see Leoric for them. But if not, let's see what Masquerade is going to take here. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if at some point during this series, probably not here, we would also get Stitches played by them. But here comes Lily and Genji! It's Panda time again. I mean, right now France is just pandering to the audience, I gotta say. So, yeah. But the Panda is in the house, Genji is together with it, so we have a little bit of Jaina slows, Genji finishing moves probably. We got a double pick over on the blue team side with Finland now trying to get things done here. What are we going to get as, first of all, support for them, but we also need a little bit more damage or another frontliner, one of the two. Here comes Malthael, talking about frontliners, and Rhaegar for the lightning shield. So a good choice from them. Would have more so expected that actually from the French, to be honest with you, but it seems like they have it in for the Panda. Banana H making a slight adjustment there. It's actually the second time. Is it the second or the third time even that in the top 8 we've now seen Lily? It's kind of funny. It's actually kind of funny. And Masquerade, last but not least, Infernal Shrines, again, map number 2. France is currently in the lead, and their final pick is Sylvanas. Alright, so they are definitely starting to meme a little bit. I explained this in some of the previous best of 5s that they played. The French in particular, they have a tendency to meme when they think, okay, we are heavily ahead, we are way better than our opponent, and then they go a little bit off grid when it comes to their picks. Very fun, but it also backfired several times in the past and made them lose maps. So we'll see if they can pull it off here, but definitely a bit of a different opening from the French as we are heading straight into Infernal Shrines. Finland against France, it is game number 2, and things are getting a bit wild over here. For the blue team, more of a normal draft that we're seeing here. On the left, it's Volker on Malthael. We got Vexu on Rhaegar, MXD on Mephisto, Surrey on Anubarak, and Patsku on Dehaka. So this is where the draft is still rather normal, but then when we're looking over to France, all of a sudden things are a little bit different. Masquerade on Genji. This hasn't really gone too well for him when he played it in the past. He embraced the Genji mantra a little bit too much and he went way too deep. Dequaz on Deathwing, we got Yaz on Sylvanas, Banana H on Li Ming, and no, why? Dequaz, why do you do this to me? Deathwing is a proud dragon, the destroyer of worlds. He's a menace. He's not a fucking turkey that you can just simply parade through here in a chicken skin. Why are you doing this to me? This is just not okay. Dude, like, what the hell? When I see this, I think chicken wings. I don't even care that Malthael dies. Why would I? Look at this. This is disgusting. That's not how we do it here. Like, this is just sad. This is just sad. Roughly as sad as the fate of Sylvanas who dies. Please. Thank you. Alright, so kill for a kill. But, yep, there's a third one, as Mephisto now dies too. And Deathwing, yeah, why? Oh, this is just sad, honestly. I can't call him Deathwing. I just can't. The oversized chicken. The chicken is now rotating towards the camp with the rest of the team. Yeah. So, at this point, we still have the lead in kills for France, but now that the chicken moved away from the top lane and is trying, or the turkey is about to get roasted. At least that's what the Haka's plan is, but yeah, the Quasar is moving away here. Tong misses down to the bottom, they're still sitting tight. Now, obviously, the French, they have to adjust their playstyle a little bit. They're obviously memeing. Gotta be a little bit careful with this, but they are exceptionally strong players. They are very experienced, and they will exploit this as best as they can. They believe they're up against an opponent that they can outclass, which, to be fair, is not too far off. The French, they are all experienced players, tons and tons of competitive experience over the last couple of years from them, and it's going to be difficult for Finland to take wins here. Now, that being said, this is an opportunity for Finland. If the opponent doesn't really take you too serious and you got an opportunity to net a few kills in the early game, then you can maybe start and snowball this, and this is currently what they're trying to do here. So already we have, with Jaina down, another hero of the French team eliminated. And it's gonna be pretty interesting to see if maybe throughout the game Finland can build an advantage that they can carry over and then run the show here. They're already pushing down at the bottom of the map. So we'll see how this is gonna work out for them. The turkey is currently still dealing with the top lane, I assume not. There we go. Alright, so Turkey Wing is right over here. Down to the bottom of the map, they have now destroyed not only one of the towers, but also taken down the gate. And as the Punisher pushes through the bot lane, if Finland can win this first objective, that would actually be pretty good for them. They could take down that fort with ease, so France shouldn't neglect that too much. The blue team is running the Haka, which means that they can also tunnel him down to give themselves a numbers advantage over this fight. But we've already seen a bit of a lead for Finland. They still need to go back to the fountain and tap it up. Especially Rhaegar's mana pool needs a bit of a retouching, or he's going to have some huge problems here. Malthael against Deathwing is also not going to be too bad, so he's getting real damage out, and they're pushing the French away from the shrine. And this is going to be a victory for Finland. They're going to get the first one. Unless we have a full engage right now happening, they should be able to get this done. 34 stacks to their name is pretty significant. 37, yeah, I mean, this is definitely in the bag for them. They're going to get it for sure. They might lose a hero now at the final moments of the battle if they're unlucky. And yes, they do. Malthael is gone. But they still have the Punisher. And look at how quickly they're going for the Quasar here. And the turkey is roasted. The turkey is well done at this point. Nice, can be pulled out of the oven. Good kill. Sylvanas, on the other hand, is giving the Haka a run for his money at the top lane. So that top 4 is not looking too good. And down here, it seems like the blue team was also a bit outmatched, even though they got the initial kill. Now they're going for Nuburak after not only Rhaegar, but Mephisto have both already fallen. And he dives straight into the hands of Jaina, and the Panda Colada finishes what Genji couldn't. So, 6 kills to 3, half a level lead for France. They also saved their bottom fort, which is pretty big as well. And topside, what we're getting here is, of course, even more pressure against the fort. So, finally down here, they actually were able to take it down after all, so the fort didn't survive the attack and the Punisher push with the additional camps coming up after it. But at the same time, now up at the top, there's an opportunity for France to maybe pay them back and take a fort down too. They just need to come through for level 10, which is close. Very, very close. And that's kind of all that they need here. Now, both teams losing one of the... I mean, so far we're not there yet, but seems like we're going to end up in that situation, given that they're so low here. But if both of the teams have one fort already gone this early in the game, that speeds things up a little bit. Next objective is going to be in the middle of the map. Panda Colada, on the money pig, you know, that's a skin, that's a mount. Not such an atrocity of what we're seeing from the Quasar. I'm actually disappointed. I'm honestly, on a human level, I am really disappointed with the Quasar. I really thought that he was a really nice guy. Met him several times, of course, but this is just putting everything into a completely different light. I never knew that he was a turkey skinner. I thought he saw the light. I knew he made mistakes in the past, but this is just unacceptable. So they still make it through and take Rhaegar down. So he's eliminated. It's a vicious turkey. It's a turkey, but it's a very, very angry turkey. He's playing Angry Bird. That's what he's doing. So the Quasar has found a completely new version of Angry Bird, apparently, and is using that to its fullest extent. We got Lily with a jug of 1,000 cups. And on the other side, the Tormented Souls. Oh, well, talking about being tormented. Seems like our Angel of Death is already starting to set things up, and they take Jaina down. Jaina meeting her maker over here. So Blondie is gone, and Genji, zip, in, out, bit of damage. Masquerade, so far so good. Riding away, spray game is on point, that one's always important. And Masquerade obviously is experienced enough to just simply go for the pleb spray here. So, yeah. The birdie, the turkey, with a nice ult. They're stealing the camp away, but it seems like they're just looking for kills. They're still half a level ahead. Sylvanas is working on the top lane. The Haka is already in trouble there, so Sylvanas is very likely going to take that fort down, whereas another shrine is about to appear in the middle of the map. So yeah, Sylvanas doing her thing, staying low. Patsuko already at 50%, has to pop the essence. And Sylvanas is not just letting up on this. She is eventually going to take this down. It's not going to take her too long here. The next shrine is up. Yasuo might have to join that one, though. They're first of all trying to go for the camp again. And the same is happening over on the blue team side. So both of the teams very quickly. Jaina's of course a nice asset when you're trying to get this as quickly as we can. She just burns the entire thing down with the cooldown. They're also so close to level 13 now that it should be easy for them to get the talent advantage. And I mean, they already have it more or less. Yeah, there it is. We had Deathwing at the bottom of the map for just a second. That was more than enough. So, yeah, right now they can easily go for this one. But the blue team has taken the lead again as the attack comes from the French. Yeah, alright. They're trying to go for Malthael, and the aspect of death might need an Ancestral over here. Yeah, he's in real trouble. The Ring of Frost turns into the Ring of Fail as it connects with literally nobody. But that's a kill as the Angel of Death gets deaded. Deathwing with another quick move as they're trying to go for another target, and this time they're going for the Haka, and he's not looking too good. So that's the second kill that they can lock in this encounter. The level 13 advantage still holding strong. Finland is finally picking up their own level 13, but it's obviously too little too late to change anything in this. Top side, that's where the camps are colliding. I would assume that Sylvanas is soon going to move towards the top, as they are getting the lead and likely the first Punisher for the red team here. So, actually Sylvanas has said, you know what, top lane, I don't care. Instead, Yasuo just went down to the bottom of the map and is doing the same thing here now. So, yeah, I guess that works too. Malthael and Anubarak both want a kill. Ult's being used here against Yasuo. Yeah, he's jumping out, dodges out on the stun. Yasuo, look at that. He's actually escaping all of this with ease and just baits them into attacking. And that is the end of Malthael. And Anubarak is running out of mana to escape too. So that's a problem. Hits another W, but I think he's still not going to make it. And that's a double kill for the red team. The French, they are just way too strong, way too experienced. Great plays by them. Finland is trying all they can to somehow salvage the situation here, but it's obviously a dicey spot to be in. That top fort is still not taken down, but it's only a matter of time. The fort in the middle and now the fort at the bottom, they've both been destroyed. And while the Punisher is finally being defeated here in the middle, they can still try and get even more damage done. Either take a couple of camps away, maybe with a level 16 talent, siege up on one of the lanes. So yeah, they're in a great, great spot. Looking very, very powerful here. 12 kills to 4, 16 to 14, 1.5 level lead. The damage output of Deathwing at 36,000, Genji on 33k. And as a comparison, Malthael is just sitting at 25,000, but he paid also for the number with a price. He died 4 times already. And that is finally the end of the top fort. I mean, it took long enough, honestly, when you think about it. It was the fort that was attacked first, was nearly destroyed, and then they never really followed up on it. But now the entire outer ring of defense is gone. Deathwing flying in, engaging into the battle, trying to start the play for Mephisto, who gets the Ancestral. They're really trying to dive after them. Jaina isn't here yet, so they're fighting without Jaina, but they're doing enormous amounts of damage already. Tormented Souls is activated again, but just look how low everybody is. Genji wants to kill, Rega is dead, they go for Deathwing, and they get him. Deathwing is gone, the ring does not connect with anything. Sylvanas! Yasuo just goes deep and gets both of the kills! What a monster! Yasuo is beasting it, and the entire team gets killed. 5-man team wipe. And that opens up opportunities in the middle. They can go for the first keep here. Boy, oh boy, these guys are crushing it. What a performance here by the French. Apparently still a little bit mad that they couldn't make it against Sweden, and now they're coming back in a vengeance, making sure that they're not only winning this game but also making a statement here. 17 kills to 5. We finally got level 16 talents on the side of Finland, but of course they are in real trouble here. They've barely been able to take one of the forts down on the sides of their opponent, and they themselves now lost all of their forts. They lost the keep in the middle. It's tough times for them. So they need to somehow try and bring this back, and the only way to do this is a team fight while the opponent doesn't have level 20 yet. This is the objective that really matters the most. Genji, a bit late. If they were about to take the camp, they might have a chance here. Oh, it's a trap. It's a trap! But it's not a good one, at least not initially. Deathwing is trying to make his way back out of the fight, and does. Still a mystery to me how Deathwing can hide in a bush. Have you seen the size of that fucker? Way too big, but somehow he can hide in a tiny bush. He can't hide from the blue team. Instead, he gets focused and killed. These rings, by the way, are absolutely atrocious. Panda Colada, I mean, he must be drunk. He had a few too many Panda Coladas, if you ask me, because he's not hitting any of these. That's the end of Jaina. And Sylvanas, I love how Yasu's just saying, like, guys, screw this, I'm gonna do my own thing. So obviously they're mass pinging him right now, but this is a typical specialist player. Back in the day when we still had the specialist designation, this is exactly what this is. Sylvanas like, I'm helping! Have you seen my siege damage? All those Zagara, Sylvanas, Nazebo players that were doing nothing but sit on the side lane all day, every day, complain about people being forced into fights and dying while they're just playing PvE all day long. Oh, who of us didn't hate these guys? They were the bane, are still the bane. I mean, again, they changed the designations of some of the roles, but they are still the bane of just so many games where it's just like, I'm helping! It's like, dude, shut up and play a single-player game. You obviously have no interest in playing multiplayer. Banana H with the heal and the run. Gets cocooned. Sylvanas is finally dead. Deathwing helped her out a little bit up at the top and is trying to go for a kill, but can't take the Haka down. Down here, on the other hand, Lily, her escape attempts are in vain. Mortar Punishers now coming in. 17 kills to 10. And yep, it's getting nasty. So, over on the right side, this is where the blue team can now try and get some damage done. Guys, I'm telling you, this is how the French players lost more than only one game. I'm not even kidding. There were multiple games in the past. I mean, obviously not a Nations Cup. Nations Cups are happening pretty rarely, but the French, they're usually playing together. Sometimes it's a French-German team, but especially the boys around Masquerade, they tend to troll. And this has backfired against them more than once. And now they're nearly losing a keep. They can barely save this one. But it also means that if they overdo it now, that the Finnish team has level 20 as well, that is changing things very quickly. Dehaka has upgraded his level 10, changes survival, so he's now transforming himself into a full-on tank. Genji getting attacked here. Ring connecting with 2, and that's a double kill. Nicely done. Look at the Panda Colada. He saved the good rings for last. Yes, we have another kill as the Quasar falls, but still, that was a very, very nice play here by Jaina. Beautiful ult, and it worked out nicely. The Tong misses, Dehaka is dead, and now they can make a play for victory. Or at least they could. 26 seconds until Rega is back. Moves to the middle, or at least take the keep down up at the top. Plenty of options that they have. Seems like Sylvanas is just going for the mass... No? Was just about to say. Max value in structures, but not so much. So they're actually giving Finland time to respawn. Finland respawns at this point. All the lanes are pushing. Catapults at the top. Catapults plus minions in the middle. Every time I see this, I'm tilting. Every time I see this crap, I'm tilting. Can somehow on Blizzard's side, for the love of God, this is 2023, can you just please, like, get ChatGPT to make the code or whatever? I don't give a crap. But can you please give these guys enough brain to drive around a minion camp? How difficult can this be? Insane. Oh, yeah, this has been going on for like nearly 10 years now, that these things are just too incompetent to drive around the minion camp. How hard is this? Oh boy. We just need to replace all of the developers that are working on Heroes of the Storm with ChatGPT AI, and the game is going to get better within seconds. But hey, who am I kidding? There are no Heroes of the Storm developers anymore, so nothing to replace. It would be fun if it wasn't so sad. 12 kills to 21. Well, they're swing down, and they accomplished literally nothing outside of a Malthael kill in this little encounter. So, yeah, here we are. Another quick hit. Off we go, Yazoo! And they are just brawling. I mean, we have 34 kills so far in this game. 34 kills, we're 18 minutes in. Malthael, Shrines activating in the middle. We have a 5 versus 4 going on. And Yazoo... I mean, nice dodge, don't get me wrong, bro, but still dead. And that at a time when we have an objective up on the map. I mean, again, the French are trolling to an extent, but I'm telling you, Finland is here to win this. And Finland doesn't give a shit if the French are trolling. They're just saying every map win matters. And if you guys screw up, if you take us lightly, we will do everything we can to win this. We might lose. We might lose to this. Totally an option. But we might also be able to just hit you where it hurts the most and win a map, maybe 2, and if you give us a chance to do more, we're going to win the entire match. So Finland is approaching this exactly the way that they should. They're not getting salty. They're not sitting here and like, nah. Nope, they're just doing their best against whatever is thrown at them. They know they're the underdog. They play that role perfectly and just play it out as best as they can. They get an Arcane Punisher in the middle. They got level 20, and now they have a chance to take another fort down. One step at a time. And again, if you lose it, still, you played against a tough opponent, you played against somebody that is a clear favorite and has a lot more experience than you. You can use that as a learning opportunity and then bring that into the next remaining games that you have in your group. Dehaka needs to take care of this a little bit, and that's exactly what he does. Rest of the team is now fighting over on the right side. Punisher, of course, wants a piece of the action in all of this. Yeah, Ult is connecting, and Sylvanas gets saved as Anubarak tries to come in. Has to go for the rewind so that he gets out of the fight. Deathwing comes in. Double connect with a ring. Nice. Well done. Panda Colada. I was joking before, but apparently it was serious. He just saved his good rings for the later stage of the game. They get a kill on Mephisto. Deathwing dies too, and Panda Colada is getting nearly murdered by the Arcane. The Arcane Sentries nearly took him down. That's a Diablo 3 hardcore player right there. Did you see how he navigated those Arcane Sentries? That's where you can tell he played Diablo 3 in hardcore mode. Again, this is very, very clear. This is not the first time that he did that. Jiving, juking, left, right, just dodge it, run with it, go through it. He knows how to play the game. Keep at the bot lane gets destroyed. The bad news is that they're also losing Anubarak and Rhaegar, and it seems like it will be the end of pretty much the entire team. It's another 5-man team wipe. Dehaka down, and that should be it. Well, Mephisto is back. Maybe it's not it yet. Mephisto's back. And where is he going? I was honestly expecting him to go to the top and take the catapults down at least, but he doesn't do that either. We're 21 minutes into the game already, so this means we're going to see that top keep likely fall. He finally figured out what's going on there. Yeah, but he's just trying to stop them from going for the core. So the catapults will take that keep down unless a miracle happens. Mephisto is also dead, so yeah, he didn't make it. They're going for the next attack and they take down Malthael. This should be the 2-0 lead with 43 kills in total. The French team with another victory in this best of 5 series here on Playday number 3. Job well done. They log in the W on Infernal Shrines. GG! And well played. Towers of Doom, match point number 1. The French are in the lead, 2-0, and we're heading into towers now. Map was interestingly chosen by the Finnish team, so instead of going for first pick, first ban, they, as the loser, decided that they would instead pick the map. So I'm honestly looking at this and I'm thinking, why would you pick the map? What do they have up their sleeves here? Sergeant Hammer band, Lucio band. So let's see what we're going for here. Lucy reminds me again, today there was apparently big news, so I woke up this morning and I checked Twitter and my entire timeline was full with people complaining about Overwatch 2. Everybody was just like, oh my god, Blizzard, they promised us this, they promised us that, they wanted to give us that single player campaign and this and this and this, and they lied. They now just told us they're not gonna provide any of this and pretty much make Overwatch 2 totally pointless and useless. And I was like sitting there, first time? What do you mean? Blizzard lied to you? No! Really? Oh my god, I cannot believe it. After everything that they did to Heroes, especially the pro community that they lied to for months about it continuing, and then told them on Christmas that it wasn't a thing, basically just completely slapping them in the face after the bullshit they pulled with Warcraft refunded, and there's still people looking at this as like, oh, I'm totally believing what they're saying. It's like, boys, seriously. It was kind of amusing to me. I saw the Overwatch news and I was just like sitting there like, really? You're surprised? First time? By the way, there's Stitches. Remember that I said that I would not be shocked if the French would play Stitches at some point here? There he is. So Stitches in the house. I want an Alexstrasza with this. If you're already memeing and you've picked Stitches, then at least come in with an Alexstrasza. And give me all the stacks. We get Tracer, we get Junkrat, lots of Overwatch here. And down the left side we got Garrosh and we get Ana. Alrighty, so let's see. But yeah, it's just sad. Still, I'm kind of semi looking forward to Diablo 4. I'll play it a bit, see what it is. But I already said before, I will not touch another esports game from Blizzard. They just keep lying over and over again. Promise stuff they never deliver on, and it is yeah. There's, by the way, people that bitched at me in the YouTube comments just the other day were saying like, yeah, on the one hand, like, you're bitching the entire time, but then you're doing all of this. It's like, yeah, I can still like the game and hate how they squandered the potential of it and how bad they're following up on things, but the initial thing that was made had potential and it's still a fun one, so yeah, don't know what to say. But yeah, need to stop picking dead games, no? Hashtag Frostgiant, hashtag Stormgate, let's go! So, I need a support on the side of the red team. I want Alexstrasza. We get Gul'dan, we get Sonya. Hey, come on, give me all those globes. So far there's no meme factor really in that draft either. Stitches with Junkrat follow-up is not really crazy. Rest is also pretty solid, so if they really want to make this a bit of a weird one, maybe... I mean, Medivh got banned by them, so no kidnap comp either. Huh. This is meta. What's happening? Game number 1, they were trolling... sorry, game number 2, they were trolling around a little bit. Now apparently they have other plans. Karazim after a Gorge isolation with the 7-sided strike. Leo with the Entomb, Junkrat displacement. Yeah. Damn, son. Okay. So, MXD, final pick. Not gonna be an easy game for Finland. Not by any means. I'm not saying that last two were because they weren't. But this is gonna be rough, since apparently France has decided that they are done playing. They want to get food or whatever. Towers of Doom, game number 3, match point number 1. The French against Finland. Can Finland put at least a point on the board? Yes or no? It's their map choice. Let's see what they got in store of us. Finland against France, and on the left side, Volk on Gul'dan, Vexu on Ana, Patsku on Sonya, Suri on Garrosh, and MXD on Mariev. It's the first match point for the French. They have the chance to win the series right here in Towers of Doom. Masquerade is playing Leoric. We got Yaz on Junkrat, Banana H on Tracer, Dequaza on Stitches, and Panda Colada on Karazim. I had a laugh in the loading screen, honestly, because you know these little tips that they sometimes have in the loading screen where they tell you these insanely helpful things. It was like, oh, you might want to try and take the core down to win the game, like whatever. So they had one in press V to tell your allies to retreat. And I was just thinking, that explains finally why all the French keyboards, the V button is always broken. Get it? Because the French are always retreating! It only gets more fun if I explain it. So, as we're going into game number 3, let's see what the French got up for us. I was honestly expecting them to troll around a little bit more after what they showcased in game number 2, but apparently now they are fully committed to getting a quick victory here. It's a very aggressive draft from them and a very, very powerful one for sure. Now they're losing Leo. Actually, they're not losing him. He's just activating his trait and testing his skills a little bit. But that said, we are still in a game where they run a Tracer and a Junkrat, so they went full Overwatch on us with this. And with a 7-sided strike after a Gorge isolation, they can also take targets down pretty quickly. So this is kind of what I would expect here as the game continues. But yeah, it's fairly interesting that they switched their MO up so massively. Apparently game number 2 was enough for them to get it out of their system. In either way, let's see what they can actually pull off. No invade so far. Took their own camp. Were thinking about rushing over, but decided against it. And, well, Garrett's already looking for a target. He's like, I got this. Needed the Zarya together with him. But yeah, he's looking for some flips. If he wants to flip Stitches, then he needs to lift from the knees, boys. Lift from the knees. Now, that boy is a little bit too chunky. So, yeah, here we go. Dequaza on the move back. Another hit. All right. And that's a blue team that has suffered a lot of hit point losses already. They're getting softened up very nicely here by Stitches, by Junkrat, and Tracer could try and get some value at some point, move in and finish them off. So yeah, gotta be careful. But either way, we now have the debilitating dart right here. We get the consume soul. And in the middle, they were trying to go for trade. I mean, everybody's just nibbling on the edges a little bit. Leo died early. It's the only kill that we've seen so far. Triple altar phase is now coming up, so this is where things are gonna start to get a bit more dicey and a bit more aggressive. But all in all, yeah, still a pretty tame opening into the game. Could lead to a kill on Garrosh now though. But even he gets saved. That on the other hand leads to Anna moving a bit too far out, and Granny just doesn't have what it takes to run away from the fight quickly enough. So he's down. Easily destroyed, and at a good time too. And while they are fighting, it's an even exchange in altars at the top left, top right, as usual. But now with Gul'dan also getting destroyed, this obviously puts a little bit of a dent into all of the potential plays here from Finland. They're losing 2 of the altars at the beginning. They've now lost 2 heroes here. They're half a level behind already. And this is exactly what France wants. They want to get ahead, get those talent leads, build on them, start to take control, convert some of those bell towers over, and then drop the target. So let's see if they can pull that off. For now, we got 1 kill to 2. Level 7 talents are in. Can take the camp up at the top. Snowflakes are already out as Tracer in particular is riding on 1 over here. So yeah. And we got the Lockdown loaded in, the Blinding Speed, the Serrated Edge. On the other side, the Battle Rage, Anti-Healer. A little bit too late for Sonya to do anything about it up top side. They might even go for a potential kill on her though. She's able to make it halfway out, but whew, there's a lot of damage here, so that's kind of unfortunate if you're the solo laner. Even if Tracer is now moving away from the top lane, she's going to have a rough time against Leoric. But they're still sticking it out here, trying to take some of these towers down. Pumpkins have been delivered, 1 tower gone. Down to the bottom of the map, the fight also continues as they're starting to make another play for Maiev in particular. MXD needs to be very cautious, trying to get Stitches into harm's way. Didn't work out for him properly though. It's still a 3 versus 4 down here at the bottom of the map because we still have 2 up at the top, but this is working out quite nicely for France. Now, with the double altar that is now popping up, it should be an even exchange between the 2 teams. Don't think that anybody is going to take a big lead. But you look at experience, and it's a very different story, because that's where we now have an entire level lead for France. So, that's pretty rough. And Leo... Okay, so Sonya is going to interrupt him here, but that would have been a very sneaky pick if that would have happened. So Leo can always either die or just move out. Not really a big deal, but it seems like they're totally willing to see what they can pull at the top. Yeah, it's not going to be too much. A kill would be nice, though. And I think this is what they're going to get. Yeah, Garrosh doesn't stand a chance here. So the altar has been channeled through, but they get 1 kill. And they have an opportunity to lock another one in. Nice place by Junkrat in particular, as he made sure that he displaced several of the targets. Both, actually. Both that got killed. Yeah, here's the Gorge, and now they got a chance to come in with the 7-sided strike. But at least initially, maiev is able to escape. The monster hook from the Quasar, though, is putting an end to that. And now with the Entomb down here, it seems like we're going to get another kill. Ana is dead too. That's 6 kills to 1. And instead of looking only at a 1-level lead, we're all of a sudden talking about nearly 2 levels that they're ahead. And Tracer trying to solo the boss. Okay, Banana, let's go. Let's go. Let's have a look at this. Banana is going to go for the solo boss. It's only going to take him 6 or 7 minutes, but eventually he is going to get it. Masquerade is just having a look. Banana, I mean, he's getting there. He's getting there, slowly and steadily. The game continues, and so far, nobody inside of Finland has sniffed this out. Oh, careful, my friend. Yeah, I think he's going to win this. Masquerade can maybe try and body block him. No, 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 no. What is this? No, 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 no. Nope. Not like this, Jesus. That's just cheating. So that is just cheating. Masquerade does not respect the 1v1 and just simply interferes. I don't think that's cool. This is an F. This is an immediate report. He should be instantly reported here. This is just not cool. Yeah, Leo's still getting out down with the altar at the bottom of the map. So, yeah. I think I'm going to talk to my tournament admins and see if we maybe can get a yellow card for Masquerade. Because, yeah, this is just not okay. We had a good thing going and then he ruined it. This is just like, I can't condone this. Ah, nice Horrify, just as he went through with the Gorge, okay. Gul'dan gets blown up as a result though, so he saved Garrosh, but he died. Orc for Orc. Oh, Ana and Leo are also dead. That's a nice trade still for France, especially since it's a 2v1. And now that they're getting Sonya, they're even extending it to a triple. Seems like MXD is not going to make it either. Tracer is just cleaning house, and there it is, the 5-man team wipe. Now, can they capitalize on it beyond taking the altar? I guess a little bit of damage down at the bottom of the map is definitely in the cards, but not too much probably. I don't think they're gonna get too much done here. So what we're seeing right now is them still doing their thing as best as they can, trying to get that bell tower converted. I don't think they can take the entire bell tower, but they're gonna get close, I suppose. And yeah, we'll see. Either way, 1 bell tower down, up at the top, converted the thing over after all. We still have Junkrat doing his thing as well, and is currently playing this one out. So, yep, here we go. Up against Sonya. Down here they're starting to defend. Gul'dan has moved topside to try and see if he can maybe flank in on Junkrat. Surprise, I'm gonna take him down there. Didn't really work yet though. Okay, he actually saw that one coming. And Yasuo is still fine. Now, with a 5 versus 3 bell tower situation and the bot lane control, that means that pumpkins can easily move through. That's obviously another huge problem that they have right now. So, yeah, not sure how much they can do with that. But either way, once again, they're starting to make their way into the next team fight. And with the Gorge that they just executed on Stitches, they want the kill on maiev. They cannot get it this time, though. So, not able to get the kill here. Kind of unfortunate for him. And that is... pumpkins? Is that... no. 13 talents are still there. So they got the advantage. 9 kills ahead. Double altar about to activate. And yeah, if they get both of them, then they would drop them down to 10 points on the core. With additional pumpkins as an example, you could really bring them into the single digits. But we're not quite there yet. Imagine level 16 if they already had that. 2 levels of a lead here, that would be brutal. But it seems like we're gonna get both of the teams with level 13 talents as the fight plays out. First and foremost, we have Finland getting a free altar apparently. Yeah, nobody went in for this, so 3 shots fired. They haven't even gone for the bot lane yet, because Junkrat is still up at the top. Yasuo is still continuing to do his thing where he just plays PvE, and they're still winning the fight. They have a level 16 talents now, so they take down both of the orcs. Garrosh and Gul'dan are both eliminated. Pumpkins again, pushing through. Could try and get them. Sonya, like the helping hand to ruin the play. They get maiev though. 3 pumpkins connected. Yeah, Maiev has been eliminated in that fight, and now they are collapsing into the middle to take another bell tower down. Nicely done. Alright, so that leads us towards the top lane, but the last bell tower is still in play. And this is making things very, very dangerous right now, because this could very well end up with a full barrage against the blue team. And keep in mind that there's still an altar down at the bottom of the map that they still haven't taken yet. So, yeah, they try to go for Sonya. Oh, and it's the end of Stitches. So, Stitches down, Sonya pays with her life for it. Maiev is moving down to the bottom of the map, I guess. I think she's going to go for the altar here. That leaves them in a 3 versus 4 at the top. And Maiev hasn't even made a move for this yet, so this is getting a little bit wild here. Nobody wants that altar at the bottom of the map. Junkrat is finally starting to move in, which I guess means we're going to have a battle between the two. No, not even that. Is interrupted. Garrosh is down, and nope. The 2 shots are fired. So they're letting this one go, which is in and of itself already a little bit silly. But the goal, of course, seems to be to just come in and take that bell tower at the top and then get the barrage started, which is also going to do a whole lot of damage, but they're missing out on a lot of it too. So, yep, here we go. Kill on Gul'dan. Leo is dead as well, down to the bottom of the map. Seems like Junkrat is still fine, not even close, and the barrage is starting. Shot after shot gets fired here, and that puts them down to 15 points already. Blue team has to somehow bring this back, which in and of itself is going to be an uphill battle. Maybe here in the middle they can take the bell tower back, but this is obviously tons and tons of damage already done. Another shot is fired. If they would have taken that altar at the bottom at any point, I think this would be game. But as is, they are going to lose the bottom bell tower control again. And we're talking about 10 points on the core. So, yeah. Still a rough spot for Finland to be in. But they are preventing the loss, at least for now. They're trying to go for another kill too. 18 to 16, so both are now on level 16 talents. And yeah, there's the jump. What an ult! Triple kill thanks to Gul'dan. Big ult from Gul'dan, nicely done, and that leads to them going for the big hits here. Love it. Absolutely love it. Nicely done. Pumpkins at the top. Could get some more pumpkins down at the bottom of the map, but the blue team seems to be going for the steal. And here in the middle, they're retaking another bell tower. Alright, so we got a triple altar phase coming up, and I guess Finland is going to get at least 2 out of those. Maybe even more. And it's a 3 versus 5 situation, so that would be 6 shots of the French core, putting them down to 21. Interrupt is even happening, alright. They're trying for another hit here. Yeah, 6 pumpkins making it into the bell tower. So doesn't take it down, but brings it in close. Gul'dan channels down here. There's another 3 shots fired. And up at the top, this is the only one that they can really take. So Finland makes a comeback. Finland makes a bit of a comeback. 10 to 21. Quasar trolled again with a helping hand for just a second. But over on the left side, that's where we now have, again, Sonya doing her thing. 1 got fired, 5 points on the core, meaning boss is not enough. You need to get a little bit more. But I guess the blue team would still like to remove this. So they should probably take this one down. They kind of have to. The whole idea here is remove the boss as a tool so your opponent can't use it. That you yourself then annihilate 4 of their points is obviously a nice benefit, but the main reason is just remove it as a tool for France. Because if they can at some point split your attention between the boss and maybe another altar, then you're gonna be in trouble. Another tether? Yeah, okay. Where's that 7-sided when you need it? Well, not there. 5 versus 5 though. No level 20s yet. There's the 7-sided. Oh, there is the ult from Gul'dan. He dies. They kill Leo, but Anna is dead now as well. Killed by Tracer. And this is where things are again falling apart for Finland, apparently. They lost 2 in that encounter already, and they're already struggling also with Garrosh and with Sonya. So, level 20 is in the house. That gives us the Buried Alive. We also got the Master Hooker. Pulverize on 20 obviously wasn't really a question. And here the Fist of Legends now on the Storm Talents. So they're making the play for the middle of the map. should be able to grab this one with ease, actually. At least if they're committing. Leo is back any second, down to the bottom of the map. Junkrat is trying to do the same thing here with the minion wave that he just escorted in. Goal is, of course, to start the barrage once again. And oh boy, nearly a kill on Garrosh. He made it out though. But yeah, that's the finishing move on Sonya. She's dead. Junkrat is taking the bot lane. By the way, if they just take this altar, it's over. So all they gotta do is take the altar. Instead, they're going for the bell towers right now. But there is an altar on the map, and that's the only thing that they really gotta take yet. That one's awesome. And Gul'dan is stealing this away. So they're actually committing Sudoku over here and just trolling in the death zone. And yep. The shots are getting fired. 5 is all they need, and I guess they're gonna get that. But what a weird game. Both teams definitely having quite a bit of fun there. I don't think it's possible for the blue team to take any of these bell towers back in time. So while they got the altar and they also stole the pumpkin, they're still losing the game right now. France takes it with a 3-0. They claim victory on Towers of Doom and defeat Finland without losing a map. GG, well played, congratulations.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.